What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie. Today we are doing an album review for the band Luna's Call and the album Void. Now, in case you don't know, Luna's Call is a very underground band, and I discovered him through shout out to Quest for Metal. He said, let's listen to a band called Luna's Call. A little bit skeptical because never heard of this band before, and we were both skeptical, so we decided to, listen to him, and holy shit, this album blew us away. This album is none other than a technical prog death album. Overall, we both said it sounded like Opeth, especially like Signs, Solar Immolation, and even Fly Further Cosmonaut. But holy shit, this album was something very special. Quest for Metal and I want you to get this album and listen to it, because obviously this album has flown under a lot of people's radar, including ours. And Luna's Call, Void, was released back in August, and a lot of people didn't talk about it. And I question why, because this band has only got 900 listeners on Spotify. Only 900 listeners, or was it 800? I think it's 800 listeners. My god, this band needs attention. So after this review, I will link you the actual album and you guys can listen to it because it's absolutely fucking fantastic. It really is. It's a masterpiece by this band, but it's not perfect. But Jamie, this is a cloned Opeth. It isn't a cloned Opeth because Luna's Call make it their own. Although there are elements of progressive death metal, there's also a lot of technicality on this album. It's very proggy, and you tell this band has been inspired by Opeth, but they really put their own twist in things, just like Wilder Run does as well. The production on this album overall is absolutely fucking fantastic. I just love the tone of the snare. I love the gritty guitar tone. The vocals on this album are absolutely fantastic. You swear at times, you swear it's Mikhail Akervald growling on this album. His cleans are fantastic, and overall, it's just a really tight and cohesive album. There are 8 songs running around 51 minutes. So in this review, I'm going to talk about a few songs and what I actually liked about this album. There's only one negative criticism I can say about this album, but I will tell you at the end. But first of all, it leads on to Murph's Footsteps. I just love how the intro is very technical, really technical with clean vocals. And his vocals are absolutely fantastic, dynamic in range, and quite angelic. I just love how this song progresses into an uplifting chorus with some really nice harmonization as well. Where you think you're going to have a pretty nifty album, it goes into overdrive when you get these harsh, aggressive vocals incorporating elements of some really meaty guitar riffs. And there's a passage throughout Murph's Footsteps where these harsh vocals are accompanied with these odd time signatures, the drum fills, the intricate guitar moments. But Murph's Footsteps is only 2 minutes long, but my god, it certainly packs a punch. So, another song I want to talk to you about, and it's the song that leads onto Murph's Footsteps, it is Signs. I just love how the intro is so damn fucking intense, really nice guitar licks, but overall, there are some really nice intense vocals with some odd time signatures, and it's quite technical. Symphonic elements start to build throughout this song, creating an atmospheric, majestic vibe, and also accompanied by these crazy guitar riffs. There's a really nice solo along with a bouncy guitar riff that you just can't help but bang your head along. Throughout this song, there are some really nice prog passages. What is absolutely amazing about this band, what is amazing about a lot of prog bands, that they are able to have 10-minute plus songs. These songs flow seamlessly well. And this is what I love about Signs, and this is what I love about this band, is that even the 13 to 14-minute songs don't seem long, because there's so much happening and it's incredibly technical at times. There are slow builds up throughout Signs where there is a really nice mellow section which leads on to another ripping guitar solo. What is very special about this song as well, the synths create this layer of atmosphere, and when I say it creates this layer of atmosphere, it creates this sort of spacey vibe. I just love how they've been inspired by either Porcupine Tree, because it's got this Porcupine Tree vibe in my opinion, especially that sort of spacey section throughout Sign. At times I just love how Opethian this song feels, but it gets even better because there's such an epic conclusion accompanied with these crazy intense drumming, intense blast beats as well to end off the song. Yeah, Sign's an absolute banger. So then following Sign, we're going to Solar Immolation, and holy shit, this is another fantastic proggy technical song. More elements of that prog death metal that I've been talking about. It sounds very similar to the old Opeth style. I love how the intro is so damn intense and quite rhythmic in tone. The riffs on this are very catchy, but it's also so damn crazy. So his vocals come in quite aggressively throughout the first verse. Some really long elongated growls. Just love how he growls and the drumming starts to intensify. Throughout the first 4 minutes of Solar Immolation, there's a really nice ripping guitar solo. What is also prominent throughout this album are the symphonic elements, the overall synths that create this atmosphere. The song slowly builds up again with some really nice guitar licks. Love how the song builds up and then it slows down again with at times incorporating some alien noises throughout, also creates this spacey ethereal vibe. So throughout Solar Immolation, there are such awesome keyboard moments that also complement the atmosphere of this song. At times there are some really nice drumming, some really nice cymbal work. The drumming starts to intensify as we suddenly get a solo. Again, Solar Immolation comprises of a lot of proggy sections with a very prominent bass, and then we get some more clean vocals in a section at the close to the end of the song, accompanied some really nice drum fills as well, and some flourishing guitar moments. But overall, this song is absolutely fantastic and it's one of my favorites just because of that guitar riff. So damn good, it really is. So throughout the album as well, there is one acoustic song that is absolutely quite epic. It's just not all heavy. You got Excelidus and The Life Inside, that's more symphonic and more acoustic. One song I want to talk to you about as well is In Bite They Bathe. This is a quick ass song. It's not 13 or 14 minutes. It's more of a 4-minute song, but this is one of the most intense songs I've heard all year. And how they put so much in one song is just mind-boggling. The intro kicks off with such intensity, and I just love the fast-paced riffing. There's some incredible vocals, intense and visceral at times, that lead on to some really quite heavy guitar moments. There are technical transitions and some really nice punchy drums, and there are symphonic elements incorporated throughout this song, not making it cheesy, but making it quite fucking heavy and epic at the same time, with some quick blast beats. There are some really intense moments throughout this song, but what's absolutely awesome is that the vocals command the instrumentals, which I've noticed throughout this album, and the vocals command this song as he incorporates these massive growls that really slows down the tempo of the song, that leads on to a ripping guitar solo, and the song slowly picks up again. Yeah, In Bite They Bathe may be a quick ass song, but it is a fucking banger and it's one of my favorites. The final song I'm going to tell you about is Fly Forward Cosmonaut. This song is absolutely fantastic. I just love how the intro begins with some really nice gritty guitar riffs, and at times some really nice odd time signatures that really throw you off. But the intro is really quick because it punches you in the fucking face with some really aggressive vocals. Throughout Fly Forward Cosmonaut, the song starts to slow down. A nice clean ambient guitar that sounds very similar to Opeth, what Opeth does with the acoustic guitar sections they do. It's like the vocals become more visceral in tone and the song starts to become pretty fucking heavy. There are some really nice riffs and intricate guitar melodies. Song builds and builds, and there are some more symphonic elements added, and some weird noises as well, which is one of my pet hates. Not only because there are weird noises, is that they become quite overpowering, especially in the conclusion. But the song becomes incredibly technical with some crazy time signatures accompanied with some incredible growls. The conclusion, like I said, is quite overpowering with the synthy spacey noises. I feel that the conclusion could have been closed off differently for this album. I feel that this song didn't really flow that well, especially at the ending where such as Countless Skies Glow had such an epic conclusion. Unfortunately on this song, it didn't end epically. It didn't have that conclusion that I wanted. It was a bit lackluster in my opinion. Although you could say it's probably a pretty great way to end off the album with some incredible growls, it's just that the instrumentals and the synthy moments just really let this conclusion down. Overall, Luna's Call is absolutely fucking fantastic album. It really is. It's heavy, it's proggy, and they incorporate elements of progressive death metal, sounding very similar to bands like Opeth and at times even Porcupine Tree. and dare I say, sounding very similar to the band Wilder Run, except Luna's Core are more technical and at times more proggy. They are incredible musicians, they really are. The vocals are clean, at times the vocals are intense, but overall this album gets a 9 out of 10. It's the best album, one of the best albums of the year, and that album and this album is going to be high on my fucking list. So what I want you guys to do now is actually click the link below and check out this album. Check out this album and see what you actually think of it. And after this, come back and comment below. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep the discussion going in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.